questions.
Getting answers.
That's usually your
I was about to say it, but
Nah.
you just went in.
Sorry, I got excited.
I used to, it's okay, because I used to say it and flub it every time and
Every
make up
single time.
every single time. I'd be like, this is the time when I'm answering your immigration questions, or I would never getting answers. So
then I just
Okay,
started doing
sorry.
I finally gave it over to Yo-Yo. I said, you know what, you announce it.
You know what? You can have. Sorry about that, Yo-Yo. That's
It's
all
all good.
you.
It's all good.
Answer those questions,
All right,
Brad.
let's go to ABIODUN in Ames, Iowa. ABIODUN,
Hi, good evening.
how are you?
I'm good. I have a question. On 2017 March, I filed VAWA petition.
Uh-huh.
I received a request for evidence, and I was able to send the ones I have through my lawyer. But since then, I've had nothing from them. So December last year, I tried to file the adjustment of status so that I can at least work.
Sure.
But and I did the waiver, the fee waiver,
Right.
but they rejected it.
Okay.
January 27, they sent me back and told me they rejected because of the fee waiver was denied. So
Oh,
my
they said
question is,
your VAWA was denied.
no, they said on the fee waiver.
Okay, did
for
you
the
all
adjustment
right,
of-
well then did you correct the problem with the fee waiver, or did you just pay the fee? What did you do?
No, I've not done anything. I just want to ask question before going ahead to do it. My question is, can I just go ahead and pay for
Yes.
the
Yeah,
okay.
the easiest thing, if you have the money, just pay the filing fee so you can get your work permit. You'll make the money back.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, even though it's since 2017.
Yes, as long as you have a
people were
pending, as
telling
long as you
me-
have a pending VAWA case, you can file an adjustment. Just pay $1,225, file it with an I-765, get your work permit.
Okay, thank
All right?
you.
You're welcome. Let's go to BENISE in Brooklyn. BENISE,
Hi, good
good
evening.
evening. How are you?
I'm good.
What can I
I
do to help you?
my citizenship on the 16th of January. And then about
BENISE, are you in a UFO right now?
in record that
BENISE, BENISE, it sounds like you're getting abducted. BENISE, are you with us?
I never did.
BENISE, hold on one second. I think she has she's getting abducted.
Yeah, that sounded.
Right? There's like, you're like, BENISE, are you okay? All right, let's try to get BENISE out of the UFO. KENSAK in Huntsville, Alabama. KENSAK.
Hey, bud.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. One more. I have one more good news and more work to do. Yeah. Just to update my case, right now I'm a U.S. citizen and I've been living in U.S. for more than 5 years.
Well, that's all good news.
And, yeah, and right now my wife is pregnant and she's living abroad, and I have the I-30
I-130.
approved, and it's on the NVC now.
Okay.
So they send me the letter already to provide further information. But I have questions, like 3 questions. I want to know which form I'm supposed to file. I mean, for the I-864.
Uh-huh.
Should I do the I-64 and then the I-864W for the kid? I mean, for my daughter that's gonna be born.
Well, there is
2
no
weeks.
there is no child that was born yet, right?
Not yet. Now.
Okay.
2
When
weeks.
when the child is born, that child is going to become an automatic citizen because you're a father who is a U.S. citizen who's been living in the United States legally for more than 5 years.
Yes.
So you don't have to do anything for that child other than bring that child into the U.S. Embassy, prove you're a U.S. citizen when the child was born, and prove you were living in the United States for 5 years prior to the birth.
Okay.
And then the child will get a U.S. passport.
Okay, so I will have to apply for the child to
do
get
not.
a U.S. passport.
No, you just have to take the child. Yes, you have to apply for the U.S. passport, but it has nothing to do with an affidavit of support. You just got to bring that kid into the U.S. Embassy.
Okay, perfect. That is for the child side.
Correct.
So for my wife now, for the which one am I going to use? The
I-864.
I-8. Well, okay. at age 6 for my wife.
Correct.
Okay, in this case.
All right.
Yeah, the next question I have is on the for the child on the application for
I'm waiting for the question. Yeah, KENSAK, I'm falling asleep waiting for you to ask the question. What is the question?
No, the question. No, I mean, my question was just on the procedure. I have to apply on. I mean, online on the. I know there's a GS form for the child.
You go into the U.S. Embassy and submit a passport application for a U.S. passport. That's what you do for the child. There's no DS form. Hold on, you need help. Okay, we're fumbling around here with questions. Let's try BENISE again. Hopefully she's out of the UFO. BENISE.
Hello, good evening.
Now I hear you. What's going on? It sounded like you were getting abducted before.
I did my citizenship on the 16th of January.
Uh-huh.
I passed the exam, but when I was waiting for the letter to do my swearing, I got a letter from them saying they have records show that I've been out of the country for more than 5 months, which I didn't. The longest I stay was 3 weeks.
Okay. So you got to prove that.
So how can I prove that? I copied all of the page of my...
There's entry and exit documents for when you come and when you leave. You have perhaps you have work records.
Yeah.
You were here working,
yes,
so show your pay stubs.
Yes, I'm here working.
Right, so show your pay stubs. Show that you were making
Because
deposits into your bank. Show activity. If you have credit card bills, that you were charging your credit card in Brooklyn instead of South America, wherever you're from.
But I photocopy all the page of my passport.
I just finished telling you what to do. You got to prove your physical presence in the U.S.
Okay.
All right. So what you did is fine. You said, "How do I prove it?" I just told you your pay stubs, credit card bills. Show you were physically here. Your activity here in America.
Could I use my tax paper?
Your tax paper shows you filed a tax return on a specific day. Okay, you could have earned $100,000 while living in America for 3 months and been out of the country for 9 months. So what does your taxpayer papers prove? It doesn't prove anything. What proves something is your physical activity in America. What is your physical activity? Listen to me. What is your physical activity? I went to the bank. Here's the records. I used my credit card. Here's the records. I went, here's my pay stubs. I worked every week. Here's your physical activity, not a tax statement that shows what you earned. Should I
show them 5 years? Should I show them exactly 5 years of my pay?
I don't know. Yeah, that would be good, but I don't know what they're asking. So perhaps you want to come in and see me before you screw it up. So hold on one second. Let's go to KADIAN in the Bronx. KADIAN.
Hello?
Hi, KADIAN. Somebody crying in the background?
Hi, how you doing?
Who's upset in the background?
No? Okay, hold on.
I think KADIAN was abducted by the same UFO that BENISE was. What's going on here in New York City with these UFOs today? KADIAN.
No, I'm sorry about that noise. Okay, so I have a quick question.
Yes.
About the advance parole. My sister has advance parole from last year, and she want to know if it's safe for her to travel out of country.
As long as it's valid and she has a pending adjustment, why not?
No. Okay, she's just afraid of maybe what is going on.
The only thing she's got to be afraid of is coronavirus on an airplane. But she doesn't need to be afraid that she won't be allowed back as long as she has advanced parole and she has a pending adjustment.
Okay, great. Right. Thank you.
All right. Enjoy the trip. Let's go to Danny in Tamarack, Florida. Danny.
Hello.
How are you, Danny?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Oh, so I have a question. In regards to my I-485,
Yes.
I got requests for initial evidence, and one of it state that based on my documents that I've submitted with the form I-864, they're saying that my affidavit for the joint sponsor, it did not meet the 125% of the poverty guideline.
Okay.
However, the person that I used, the person been making for the last 3 years, it's over $42,000.
How many people are in their family?
With me, it's 4.
Okay. So, my guess is, okay, that unless the person at the U.S. government is blind, literally, and can't read a tax return, my guess is that you're looking at the wrong line on that person's tax return. Are they an independent contractor or they have a W-2?
Independent.
Exactly. So their gross income is $42,000. But then as an independent contractor, they have a smart accountant. And the smart accountant, let's say, I don't know what the guy does. Let's say he has a truck.
For the
let's say he has
gross income.
Let's say the guy has a truck. Let me explain how this works. Okay, I have no idea what he does, but he's an independent contractor. He has a truck. Well, I got to pay for my gas. I got to pay for my uniform. I got to change the tires. I needed a new, I don't know, something on my truck, new handle. So after all those expenses, although I made $42,000 driving a truck, I have $25,000 in expenses. So my net income is $15,000. So you have to look at the net. You have to look at the net, not the gross.
I look at the net. I'm talking the net because being the fact that he's an independent, he works for himself. He's an independent contractor. He do pays himself because I send him.
Okay, well then I'm not looking at the tax return. I would bet you 9 out of 10 that you're not looking at the net. You're looking at the gross. Gross doesn't mean anything. It's the net income. And my guess is that immigration's right and you're looking at it wrong, although immigration could be wrong. But I would say 9 out of 10, the guy's net income is not above the poverty, 125% above the poverty level. That's my guess. You wanna have a consultation with me, show me the tax return, and if immigration's wrong, we will fight it out. But it sounds like you need a second affidavit support, so hold on 1 second. Let's go to John in Indianapolis, Indiana. John.
Hi, bro.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm trying to ask a question.
Yes.
I recently got my 10 years green card. And 2 days after that, my wife filed for divorce. Does it really mean anything? I don't know if I need to notify the immigration or something like that.
No, you don't need to notify immigration or anything, except when you apply for your citizenship, they may question the bona fides of your marriage because it would be shocking that 2 days after you get your 10-year card, everything was great in your marriage, and then 2 days later, 48 hours later, you guys break up. So they may question the bona fides of that I-751 when you do your citizenship. So before you file anything with citizenship, I would suggest you speak to a lawyer in a confidential in a confidential conversation.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Hold on. Let's go to Marcia in Mount Vernon, New York. Marcia.
Hi, Brad.
How are you?
I'm good. So my question is, if a green card holder who got their green card through marriage and is now divorced, married a non-immigrant who is presently in the country, will it be an issue for either party when they're adjusting their statuses?
If the marriage to the second husband came within 5 years of the green card, yes.
Oh.
All right.
So also, does the green card holder have to wait a period of time before remarrying?
The green card holder can remarry whenever they want, except the green card holder cannot file for a second spouse until they've had a green card for 5 years or until they're a citizen.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Flip. I like that name, Flip. Flip, oh, it's Philip. I can't read.
Yeah, Philip. Yeah.
How
you doing, guys?
I like Philip too. I just love Flip. I don't know why, but Philip's a cool guy too. What's up?
Yeah, they call me Philip sometimes. Hey, how you doing?
Good,
I got a question for you. I filed for my wife filed adjustment of status for me. And the thing is, I already got my work permit, and my interview with my wife is gonna be in 3 weeks.
Right.
But the thing is, like, I got arrested for domestic violence, but nobody pressed the charges, so that's dismissed. But the thing is, they found controlled substances on me, and right now, I don't know what's gonna happen because I got PC 1000 and I plead not guilty. So do you think it's gonna affect the interview?
I think if you have a pending criminal case, they're not going to decide on anything until the results of that criminal case are over. If you're found guilty of a drug offense, you're not going to get a green card.
Yeah, it was actually plead not guilty. If I finish the program, it's going to be dismissed.
Okay, so you did some sort of pre-judicial
pre-trial
diversion.
Yeah.
Fine. So when is that up?
That's going to be for a year.
All right, so you're going to go for the interview. You're going to bring proof that you have it's still considered a pending case. So they're not going to make any decision till the case is fully dismissed.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Should I go for an interview?
Yes,
And,
go with the interview and bring the papers that you're in a pretrial diversion.
Okay, and
But
they
they're not gonna
decide what's going to happen.
No. They cannot make a decision until this case is resolved, which will be a year from now.
But do you think I can still keep my work permit and working
I
until
hope
that?
so. Yeah, I mean, they have two choices. They could just deny you, or they can just keep it pending for another year.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, yeah, that was
And if they
about
deny you, then you'll just have to refile again.
Okay, but can I stay in the country?
Based on what you told me, yes, I'm not. Eventually, you'll get your green card. I just don't know if they'll deny you. You have to refile again, or they'll just keep it pending.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, let's go to RAIZEL in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm calling because I came in 2007. I came in 2007, and then in 2010, I had a DUI. After that, I completed a ARD program, and then in 2015, I got arrested for invasion of privacy and misdemeanor. And then a year
What was
after that,
you had a DUI, and what was the misdemeanor for?
for invasion of privacy.
Invasion of privacy.
Yeah, I
This
had
is
to
all-
register for it.
This is all after you got your green card.
What was that?
This was all after you got your green card.
No, after I got my green card right away when I get here in 2007.
RAIZEL, I don't understand the timeline. When did you get your green card?
In 2007,
When did you have your DUI?
2010,
When did you have your invasion of privacy?
2015.
So to answer my question, when I asked this all happened after you got your green card, the answer is yes.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so now your question is what?
Right. After that invasion of privacy,
You what?
a year after that, I failed to register, and then I got another conviction of felony 3.
You got a
So
conviction
now
for
my
what?
question is,
What was the third one?
failed to register because I had to register for 15 years after the invasion of privacy.
Threatening what?
I have to register like as a sex offender.
Oh, sex offender.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you,
For 15.
did you register as a sex offender?
Yes.
Okay, so if you register as a sex offender, you're a deportable alien.
Okay. So that's even if it was a misdemeanor.
Even if it's a misdemeanor, if you're found guilty of sexual abuse, it could be a deportable offense. You need to have a consultation. We need to review everything. So hold on. There's a lot going on back there in that UFO.
Yeah.
I don't know who's screaming in the background.
Yeah.
But he has DUI, invasion of privacy, sexual abuse, or that he had to register on the sex offender registry. It's a lot to go on for me to answer those questions with kids screaming in the background.
Yeah.
And on a live show.
On a live show. And I don't understand what he's saying to me.
Yeah.
He had a very thick accent from somewhere.
Consultation.
He needs a consultation. All right, let's go to JALLOW in Columbus, Ohio. JALLOW.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. What's going on?
I have a question. I am a permanent resident,
I filed for my husband last year, January, and we haven't hear back from the USCIS. He overstayed his visa. When he was filing, we did not provide the proof of I-94. My question is, can he that led to his denial if we did not provide the I-94?
No, won't lead to a denial.
Do we need to get the I-94?
Does he have a visa in his passport?
He lost his first passport.
Okay, so then you can go onto Google.
And I called.
You don't have to call. There's something called Google.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
and Google I-94 Department of Homeland Security. And after you Google that, the first item that you should see on Google is Department of Homeland Security to get a replacement I-94, and you can do it right there online.
I do that, but I could not get any access to it, and then I called the USCIS.
All right, if you call USCIS, you can speak to anybody you want at USCIS. They're not helping you. All right, now your next.
She did not help me, but
of course,
she just
I can
told
tell
me
you that.
if she
So your next
before 2009,
JALLOw.
you could not get that from the online.
Okay, so then you need a lawyer. Hold on one second.
Oh.
All right. When you call USCIS, it's like you're calling nobody. They're better off just let the phone ring.
Right.
And don't answer it. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, they give little information, which frustrates people, or wrong information that you follow, and then you get really screwed up.
Yeah.
So to me, if you are calling immigration, you should pray to God they don't answer. Let's go to NARGIS in Upland, California. NARGIS in Upland, California.
Yes.
NARGIS, how are you?
Yes, sir. Fine, thank you.
What can I do to help?
I had a question. I applied for my mom to come here. All documents were approved. Our I-864 was approved, all documents. Then I received the interview date. It was on February 23rd. Sunday in the U.S. Embassy, Afghanistan. When she went there for interview, they told her at the end of interview, refused her to give her visa because of the public charge.
Right. And what is your question?
My question is why they did that, because all our documents were approved for financially. We are a family of three. My husband makes $37,000.
Because they changed the laws. There's a second part, a balancing act. So if you make under $62,000, there's a second form to fill out where there's positive and negative equities, positive and negative factors. And your mother's an elderly woman who probably doesn't speak English, is not employable. So those people are going to have problems.
She's 58.
Right. Those people are going to have problems getting green cards. We talked about this every day on our show for the last month. The poverty guidelines are changed. There's a two-part test. The first part is...
my question...
let me finish. You have no question because you had a statement and you want to know why your mother or your mother-in-law got denied, and I'm telling you why. Because doing the I-864 with a tax return from your spouse that he earns $37,000 these days is not enough. Not enough in the sense that the tax return's not enough. There's additional document. You got to show your mom is going to have a job. She's going to have health insurance. She's employable. She's not going to become a public charge. And they have very stringent rules about that now. Add to the fact that your mom's from Afghanistan, in a country. Did the UFO just land in her kitchen? I think the UFO just landed. It's just the UFO. There was like ET in the background there.
Yeah, sorry.
Right.
So my case was, sir, the I-64 was approved on August 2019. Our case is from 2018. Why they're applying this rule for us?
Because the laws changed, and it applies to everybody now, unless you already got the green card.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right. Now, Nargis.
Yes.
The one question you didn't ask, which would probably be the smartest question in the world. All right? Because so far you called with a statement, didn't ask a question, wanted to know why this happened. I explained it, why it happened.
Yes.
And then you said, how come they're still applying it to me? Because I said the laws changed. And then you say, thank you. So far, you've gotten zero help from me.
So
your question
you told
should
me
be
that you are just applying for everybody.
Nargis,
So,
your
yes.
question should be, how do I overcome this so I can get my mother here? That should be.
Yes.
I'm waiting for that question from you, Nargis. You haven't asked me yet.
I'm sorry, so I got confused. Yes, that's my question, that how can I get her here? Because she has assets on her own bank account over there. She's bringing it with her.
She needs to show that she's employable here.
Oh,
you may
okay.
need to have a second affidavit of support. You may need to show that she's healthy and doesn't have any sort of health problems. You may need to buy her health insurance. You may need to give a bond in case the government says she will end up on Medicaid. There are ways to overcome this. And everybody, oh my God, E.T. is going crazy in the background. There's ways to overcome this. I'm sure it's a cute kid. I'm calling him E.T. Very cute kid, I'm sure. But there's ways to overcome this, but everybody's individual. We got to figure it out. So hold on 1 second. Don't give up. All right?
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. All right. Let's go to Mike in Minneapolis. Mike.
Hello, Uncle Brad. How are
you?
I have one question, just one.
Yes.
So I'm going through my adjustment of status to the consular processing after 2 months,
Right.
So do I have to sign the form like I-944 and the bond, kind of thing?
Uh-huh.
So I have to do that too?
Yep. Everybody's got to do it now.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. By the way, it's a 5.5-hour process to do these forms now.
What?
5.5. Yes. Were you not listening yesterday?
Yeah.
Boss lady? 5.5 hours to do this additional form.
Yep.
You got to turn your mics on, first of all.
Someone needs to get a lawyer.
To be part of the show, the mic needs to be on. Because if your mic's not on, you can't be part
I
of the show.
was on low power save mode.
All right, let's go.
We're saving the money.
All right, let's go. Boss lady, counted every penny over there. All right, let's
You're
go.
welcome, Brad.
Let's go to Nicole in Sunrise, Florida. Nicole. Nicole.
Nope, not Nicole.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, good evening, Brad. I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's up?
I'm asking, I was listening to the program, the lady that just called about her mother.
Right.
And my question is similar. What about persons who are filing, like, I'm going to file for my mother who is in her 60s? Like, how does that go?
People who are filing for elderly people and people who are filing for children under 18 have a more difficult time than people who are filing for relatives who are of working age. Your mother's going to be in her 60s. Either you're going to have to be able to show that you earn 4 times the poverty level, or that your mother's employable, or that she's going to have health insurance. We got to show positive factors that go above and beyond. I'm 125% above the poverty level on the I-864. So how does it go? It goes different for every person. We got to figure it out.
Okay, let me ask you.
In other words, there's no do this and you'll be fine. Everybody's different. We got to figure out what is the positive factors we could add to this case. Positive factors are your mom can still work. She has an education. She has a skill. She has health insurance waiting for her. The income from an affidavit of support is hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Okay.
Those are all positive factors.
Okay, so let me ask you a quick question. If I'm gonna file for my husband. He's 35, right?
Right.
And I was watching a program on YouTube about the new poverty
guidelines.
Right. But what I don't understand, being that he doesn't have, like, he speaks English, he has a degree, and so on. But when it comes to health insurance and assets and resources, like the assets, I can add him to my health insurance. But what about assets and resources? How does that come in, being that he's not in the U.S.?
Well, I don't know what you mean by assets and resources, but you can certainly get a job letter saying that this is where you work and we understand that Nicole's husband, whatever his name is, will be added on as the spouse on a family plan of health insurance, that he will be covered on XYZ health insurance, and let the job write down what the health insurance plan is and everything else, and that this man's going to be covered. What you may also want to do is show his diplomas and degrees and transcripts and his work experience to show that he has skills and an education to go get a job. And then in addition to that, if you could, get him a job offer from somebody. You know, he's going...
that is my question. Like, being that he doesn't have, like, a social as yet. Like, when he comes, he won't have a social.
It doesn't matter. You're getting a letter from a company that says, when he comes here and he's legal to work, we'll hire him.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Renee in Lake Worth, Florida. Renee.
Hi, Brad.
How are you?
Two quick questions. I'm great. I want to ask, I'm pregnant now and my interview is coming up. I'm on Medicaid. Would that affect me? Like public child?
No, because the Medicaid is not for you. It's for an unborn child, so you'll be fine.
Okay, and the next question. I sent in my medical like 60 days before, and I get a courtesy letter.
Right.
So when I'm going on the interview, should I do a next medical?
If you can and it doesn't affect your pregnancy, yeah. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.